the slack, and the Saints were able to beat the Steelers, and I think they've proven they have what it takes to be a winning team and a playoff team. The Saints special teams got it going in the first quarter. Johnny Poe gets the block kick, number 6 for the Saints. Buford Jordan gets it back to the Steeler 10, but the offense stalled, and Morton Anderson will come on to kick one through from 25 yards out. It was 3-0. You could tell early on the Saints D came to play, though. Ricky Jackson, the blitzing linebacker, gets to Mark Malone and dropped him 13 yards back. But again, the offense blew it. Bobby Hebert overthrows the ball, and Dwayne Woodruff of Pittsburgh picks it off, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. The Steelers had a 7-3 lead, and that left Hebert shaking his head, saying, come on, guys, let's get this thing going. And they did. Ruben Mays put the Saints in business. He takes it to the right, goes about 20 yards down to the Steeler 18. But then on the next play, Mays will fumble it away. They tried the fake reverse, but Mike Merriweather messed it up, and Mays dropped it, and Merriweather got the recovery. And later, Walter Abercrombie ran it up the gut, 5 yards in the touchdown at the half. Pittsburgh led 14-3. Hebert came out in the third quarter and moved the Saints down. Mike Jones catches it, and he will get to the Steeler 11-yard line. Ruben Mays got the score. A little hesitation here and then some acceleration. Touchdown Saints, it was 14-10. Fourth quarter now, the Saints are forced to punt. Rod Woodson of Pittsburgh will take it for the Steelers, but this will be a big play. Watch the hit by Joe Colbrand. The ball pops loose, and Dave Waymer will get it for the Saints. And Hebert came through. He hits Eric Martin in the end zone for what would prove to be the winning points. The Saints had the lead 17-14. Mort later made it 20-14. The Steelers inside the 5, 3rd and goal. Ricky Jackson tips it away. That made it 4th down, and the Steelers go for it. But Sam Mills, Brett Maxey, and Jim Wilkes see that Frank Pollard is thrown back. Great goal line stand, but Jim Morris says don't get excited till it's over. And he was right. The Saints can't get the first down, so under 2 minutes left, Brian Hansen takes the safety. But the Steelers came right back. Malone goes to Sweeney inside the 5. Then Pat Swilling gets the sack, and the Steelers don't have any timeouts, so the clock is ticking. It's running down, and on the last play, Dave Waymer gets the interception meant for Sweeney. Makes a nice return as time runs out, and the Saints had gotten a hard-fought win, just like they planned it, right? Well, I don't think so, but anyway, let's check the score by quarters. Saints are 8-3. They have just about locked up a playoff berth. They can even tie the 49ers for the division lead, depending on what San Fran does tonight against Cleveland. Now, Ron Swoboda was in Pittsburgh for the game. He'll have more tonight at 10 o'clock. Now, it's going to be a crazy scene at the airport tonight. The Saints, as Warren said, get in at around 7 o'clock at General Aviation, and it figures to be a little wild out tomorrow night at the French Riviera Health Club. That's where we'll be for the Monday night quarterback Houdat party. Saints players and the Saints dance team will be there. We'll do the Saints fan cheering contest. That's tomorrow night at the French Riviera Health Club in the new Sheraton at Causeway and the Lake. News 8's Ron Swoboda took the trip to the Steel City, and here's his look at the record-breaking win.
Well, on a day in Pittsburgh when the weather wasn't very kind to anybody, the Saints special teams and defense were very unfriendly to the Steelers. Like Johnny Poe, a special teams dream, blocking a punt late in the first quarter. Was the block on?
Yeah, it was a call made by Joe Marciano. We watch film all week, and if he sees the opening that he can take advantage of in a certain situation, he gives me a go call.
But the Saints offense flamed out and settled for Mort Anderson's shaky field goal from 25 yards. New Orleans up 3-0. Then they shot themselves in the foot. Bobby Hebert's errant pass snatched by Dwayne Woodruff and returned 33 yards for touch. 7-3 Steelers.
What happened, the buck backer was coming through, and when I was throwing, it was a combination of, Mo was open, and I flinched a little bit because I knew I was going to get hit, and the ball slipped out my hand. What happened basically, and I overthrew him.
It was 14-3 Steelers after Walter Abercrombie blew in from 5 yards out, and that was it till New Orleans drove out of the halftime locker room. 13 plays with Ruben Mays' mad dash around the right side for touch.
It was supposed to be an off-tackle play, and I went inside and I dipped out, and I was open, so I ran to the corner.
But 14-10 Steelers looked like it till another treat came via the special teams. Joe Colbrand delivering a bone-jarring, ball-loosening lick on Rod Woodson. Dave Waymer claimed the ball for the Saints, and 2 plays later, Hebert laid it out for Eric Martin, and the Saints had the lead 17-14. They made it 20-14 before they had their defensive test of the year, snuffing the Steelers 4 times inside the 5. The last, a 4th and goal from the 1, was Sam Mills applying the grand coup.
I was unblocked, so I said, I really had a clean shot at it, and they did a good job on the right side of the line, not letting him get wide. And when he turned up inside, I just started up the field at him too. And they did a good job. I believe Vaughn and Jimmy Wilkes did a good job of making the initial contact on him, and all I had to do basically was just clean up and make sure he didn't fall forward over the goal line.
A strategic safety and another goal line stand later, there was more Saints history to deal with.
Finally, 6 years, it's over. There are no more Aints, no more the only team that never won a season, no more any of that nonsense. We can go home with our heads high and everybody in New Orleans and enjoy today and enjoy the season.
I know for two guys in this locker room, this is a special day, and David Waymer and myself. But we've been 1-15, and now we're feeling good about us again.
And so in a season of first for the Saints, they...
So sweet. And to celebrate, about 2,000 or perhaps even more went crazy tonight when the Saints arrived home. Tonight, the players were first off the plane. Bobby Hebert limped off after bruising a knee in Pittsburgh. Finally, the owner appeared with the two people who have orchestrated the dramatic turnaround for the 21-year-old franchise. He had a kiss for one Jim Finks and a hug for the other Jim Mora. Police estimated the crowd at 2,000, and they got their man.
We're going 12-3. 12-3. I've been telling everybody that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to kill somebody.
This is what it looks like inside of a car trying to get out of what became a massive post-boogie traffic jam. The fans already have the Saints penciled in for the playoffs. A road made much easier with victory in Pittsburgh.
Had one more shot from the 11, but Dave Waymer stepped in front of a Malone pass at the goal line, and suddenly the Saints were 8-3. Assured of a winning season for the first time, and 8-year veteran Waymer was overcome with emotion.
Just had pretty good coverage on the guy. God, excuse me, man. It's been a long time.
You're a little overcome by the fact that you finally have a winning season.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Good feeling?
Yeah. This team deserves it, too.
The tension of the final minutes even had Jim Mora's stomach turning.
And give me a lot of things, buddy. More than a nervous stomach. Give me a lot of gray hairs, a nervous stomach. It's, you know, it's tense on that sideline. It's tense. And, but hey.
Early in the fourth quarter, Joe Colbrand gave the Saints a chance at the winning touchdown when on a punt. He jarred the ball loose from Rod Woodson, and Waymer recovered at the Pittsburgh 21.
Jim Marciano really fired me up on the sideline, and I knew I had to do something, block a punt, or it was, I think I hit him pretty well. I haven't seen the play or nothing, but he didn't see me, and I came around one of our guys, and then I just hit him. I didn't know the ball was out or anything.
2 plays later, Bobby Hebert put the Saints ahead to stay with a picture throw to Eric Martin for 19 yards and a 17-14 lead.
Martin in the corner of the end zone came clean and made the reception.
I wasn't able to move around like I wanted to maybe towards the end of the game. You know, my knee was stiffening up a little bit, and Eric just ran a great route, and I was able to get it to him on the corner.
The goal line stand was yet to come, and what was Bobby doing then?
I definitely was praying at the end, you know, that God would let us win this football game. I know a lot of times I don't like to do that because there might be other guys on the other teams praying the same prayer, but that was a desire in my heart for us to win this game, and I really believe that God honored that.
Yeah! The Saints proved beyond a doubt they're a playoff team, making the big plays when they count it most. They're ensured the first ever winning season from Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. Buddy Diliberto for SportsCenter 6.
And the final was the Saints 20, the Steelers 16. Now, a Cleveland...
There's 2 things really about achieving the first winning season. One is it makes our record 8-3, you know, and that's important at this stage. And this win gives us 8 wins against 3 losses. That's number 1. And number 2, by achieving this, people can no longer say and write and talk about that the Saints are the only NFL team.
Followed, there was more folly than football.
In the early 70s, Archie Manning comes on board and sparks new hope. But the bottom falls out. A series of coaching changes and a revolving door of players sees the team sputter. Until 1979, when Dick Nolan's Saints have their first 500 season. With a new decade comes more embarrassment. Nolan leaves town. Bum Phillips rides in. By 1983, the Saints are poised on the doorstep to the playoffs until the Rams' Mike Lansford puts an end to it. It is good! Then finally, a new owner, a new coach, a new attitude.
We expect great things ahead. Huh? I told you we're going to be winners.
And tonight, one word best describes the New Orleans Saints.
Going into the end zone, it's picked off by Waymer. Back to the 10, 15, this one is over. Back to the 30, Waymer's going to keep running to the 40. He tackled there, the Saints have won it. The Saints are winners for the first time in 21